Hello, and a warm welcome to you. Today, we're going to step into the kitchen, the very heart of the home. We're about to discover how just a few small changes in the way we store our food can make a truly remarkable difference in our health and our energy. You know, we all think of our refrigerator as the ultimate protector of freshness, don't we? But what if I told you that for some of our most beloved foods, that cold environment is actually working against them? It's a surprising idea, I know, and it's something we're going to look at closely today. So let's dive right in. The most important thing to remember is that how we store our food has a direct effect on what our bodies actually get from it. With just a few simple shifts in our habits, we can really unlock the full nutritional power hiding in every single meal. First things first, we're going to tackle what I call the refrigerator myth. We're about to find out why that trusted appliance isn't always the hero we think it is when it comes to keeping our food packed with nutrients. Okay, here's a key idea for us today. Nutrient bioavailability. Now, it sounds a bit scientific, but the concept is really simple. It's just the amount of goodness, all those vitamins and minerals that your body can physically absorb and put to good use. And getting our food storage right is all about maximizing this, helping you get the absolute most from everything you eat. So you might be wondering, why does this all matter so much? Well, it matters because the way we handle our food has a very real, direct impact on our well-being, and this becomes even more crucial as we get older. And this is where we see the real benefits. When we store our food correctly, we're actively supporting better digestion and even helping our bodies manage inflammation. Now, these aren't small things at all. They are fundamental to feeling your best and most energetic day in and day out. All right, let's get practical. We'll start with the foods that are actually happiest when they're left right out on the countertop. And I think a few of these might just surprise you. Let's start with the kitchen staple, the tomato. Putting tomatoes in the fridge actually damages their delicate cell structure. That's why they get that bland, mealy texture. But it's more than just taste. The cold seriously reduces their lycopene and vitamin C content. Keep them on the counter and you'll get both better flavor and better nutrition. Avocados. They can be a bit tricky, can't they? The secret is to remember that the refrigerator acts like a pause button on ripening. So you always want to let them ripen and soften up on the counter first. Then, once they're perfectly ripe, that's when you can move them to the fridge to hold them at that perfect stage for an extra day or two. And what about bananas? We've all seen the peel turn black in the fridge, but it's what's happening on the inside that counts. The cold changes the starches into sugars that are much harder for our bodies to digest. For the best digestive ease and that full hit of vitamin C, the countertop is absolutely the way to go. Okay, let's move away from the countertop and open the door to the pantry. These next few essentials really do best in a cool, dark, and dry place, far from the light and moisture of the fridge. Onions and garlic, they are true nutritional powerhouses, just packed with anti-inflammatory compounds. But the cold, humid air in a refrigerator encourages them to sprout and turn soft, which unfortunately destroys many of those health benefits. The simple solution? Keep them whole in a cool, dark pantry. A mesh bag is perfect because it lets the air circulate around them. Now let's talk about olive oil. When you first bring a bottle home, it's at its peak, full of amazing antioxidants. But if you put it in the fridge, it gets hard and cloudy. That constant cycle of cooling and then warming back up to room temperature actually degrades the delicate, heart-healthy compounds that make olive oil so very good for us. So the lesson here is really simple. Treat your olive oil gently. The perfect home for it is a cool, dark cabinet well away from the heat of the stove or any direct sunlight. That's how you protect its quality and all those wonderful health benefits. And what about honey? Well, the cold makes it crystallize, turning it into a thick, hard block. Now, this doesn't actually spoil the honey, but it does make it incredibly difficult to get out of the jar. This can be a real challenge, especially for anyone who has a bit of arthritis or reduced hand strength. And since honey is a natural preservative and never goes bad, there's just no reason to put it in the fridge. Okay, now it's time to talk about the foods that do need to be in the refrigerator. But even here, there are a few simple tips that can help us make the healthiest possible choices. Let's consider yogurt. Many of the flavored or fruit-on-the-bottom yogurts have a surprising amount of added sugar, which really isn't great for our digestive system. A much better approach is to choose plain yogurt. It's a fantastic food for supporting your gut health, and you can easily add your own fresh fruit for natural sweetness and a bonus dose of fiber and vitamins. And now we've come to our final tip, and honestly, this might be the most important one for your safety. It's about something we all keep in our pantry, canned foods. Let's make sure we all know the safest way to store them after they've been opened. Please remember this one crucial rule. Never, ever store leftovers, like tuna, for example, in the original metal can. As soon as that can is opened and exposed to air, the food starts to oxidize, and you run the risk of metals from the can itself leaching into your food. Thankfully, the solution is both simple and completely safe. Just transfer any unused portion out of the can and into a glass or ceramic container that has a nice, tight-fitting lid. And for the very best quality and safety, it's always a good idea to enjoy those leftovers within about 24 hours. Wow, we've covered quite a bit of ground today, haven't we? From the countertop to the pantry and into the fridge. Now, let's bring all of this together and see what it means for your own personal journey to wellness. If there's one thing I want you to take away today, it's a feeling of empowerment. This isn't about some massive, difficult overhaul of your kitchen. It's simply about realizing that these small, thoughtful adjustments to your daily habits can truly add up and lead to significant positive improvements in your health over the long run. At the end of the day, your health is your most precious asset. And by learning how to care for your food, you're practicing a powerful form of self-care. You're empowering yourself with the knowledge to protect your well-being, and that's a wonderful thing. So, I'll leave you with a question to think about. After hearing all of this, what's one small, simple change that you feel inspired to make in your own kitchen, perhaps starting today? Thank you so much for joining me.